Hey gang, I'm Steve and this is Johnny Fix-It's One Man Shop Show. Today we're going to be working on, or actually building, a new parts cleaner for me. My old parts cleaner was about 10 years old. It was made out of metal, made in China, probably out of recycled Toyotas and Hondas. The pump went out on it, then it started rusting out, so I just threw it away and I needed an emergency parts cleaner. And this was my emergency parts cleaner that I've had for a year now. It's served its purpose and now it's going to go away, but let me show you what I did here. Maybe you might be able, maybe this one will help you. All this is a storage container, and in that storage container I've got a 12-volt fuel pump mounted to the back of it with the line coming in here to pick up fluid out of the bottom of it, another line here that puts it out with my scrubber head on it. I've got a rack I made for the inside of it that held my parts up out of the fluid. And to keep the chunks from coming back in my hose, because there's not very much fluid in this, there's only 3 or 4 inches, I built a kind of a filter. And the filter I made out of a cake baking pan. I stole out of the kitchen. Don't tell anybody, this could be my death sentence. But that's what this is. It's got a hose running in here, attached to the top side when it's upside down like that. And I've got screen in the bottom of this folded up nice and neat. It keeps the chunks out. So I just lay that in the bottom of it. And when I turn it on, it filters out the chunks and I get fresh fluid right up my scrubber tip. But it's served me well for a year. Let's go build the new one, and I'm making that out of a utility sink. I'll probably have $35 in it. So come with me, let's get to work. Let's build it real quick. Okay, so this is what we have. Little utility sink. Got this for free. And it came with legs, leaves, a nice assortment of leaves, and other junk. We won't need that. But this is going to be our new parts cleaner. And we're going to make this on rollers. It's going to have a tank underneath it. Preferably the actual 5-gallon container that we use for, that we buy the fluid in. I think I use a PCS 1000. This tank, this will work out nicely. I've got a nice space back here. I can mount my pump, I can mount all my switches. I think I'm going to like this a lot better. Obviously, they just detached it from the wall and threw it out on the curb. Actually, they threw it out in front of their house and said, come get it, it's free. So anyway, I was thinking about buying one of these. This is not a real heavy one, which is perfect, but it's heavy enough for what we're going to do. So let's get started on this. I'm going to get this cleaned up and pulled apart, and we'll start from there. Okay, got it all cleaned up now. Put the legs on. I went ahead and attached the legs with the little screws. And let's measure this thing, see how tall it is. And it's 32.5 inches. Okay, I'm not a midget. Everything in my shop counter height is 39, 40 inches, somewhere in there. So I need to build a base for this. I want it to have some substance to it, so I've got some scrap lumber. I'm going to build a scrap lumber base shelf for the tank to go into and hold this thing upright and put wheels on it. $17 3/4. I don't trust my saw for correct 90-degree cutting. Well, that'll work. Hey, well, it cut correct. You're a good Harbor Freight. Come out. Really? You don't want to come out. Okay. Oh, I see why. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're super sharp. I could drill this better with a nail. And let's see. Yeah. Perfect. At least you're not flowing like molasses. Close. Yeah. Okay, look at it. I worked on it so long it's turning black. I painted it. A little bit of black paint, big deal. Yeah, we'll take these back off. Throw some glue in there. I think that'll fly. That'll fly. These are actually the mounts that I made for the wheels. Real high tech, you know. And we'll adjust them a little bit after I get this thing all put together. Come on, come out here. I love this glue, this Bond type glue. It dries fast. Good stuff. Good stuff. But if you leave the top open too long on it, it dries before you want it to. That's okay. Washer. Yeah, let's see here. Paint's not exactly dry. I don't care. There's two wheels. Okay. Hey. Got it right the first time. How'd I do that? I'll go for that. All right. Yeah. Let's see if we can mount this up. Put some lag bolts in here. cooperation. One. Oh my gosh, I ruined it. I got sawdust all over my paint. I don't care. It's fine. Yeah. Hot and happening. Practically everything I'm using on this is used, even these lag bolts. They're just old used lag bolts. Hey, po' boys got po' ways. Yeah, one more. It's usually the last one that screws up. All right. The reason I made this big base on here, so heavy, is I want some substantial weight at the bottom. The tank's going to sit right here, obviously, but it's also going to raise it up to a decent height. That way I don't have to bend over and wash parts like I'm washing my ankles. Okay, let me show you what we've got here. On the plumbing of this, I'm using regular plumbing for the sink itself, coming down into a little rubber reducer from 2 inches down to 1.5 inches. That attaches to the top of the tank. On this, I've got a piece of scrap copper line that I drilled a hole, passed that through there. It goes down to about 2 inches off the bottom. This is the feed line coming up to the fuel pump. My fuel pump's right here, little 12-volt automotive fuel pump, and then feeds over to my hose leading back into the tank. This fuel pump is operated or powered by a 110 volt to 12 volt DC converter. 5 amps is what I've got. And if you get one of these, I would recommend anywhere from 3 to 5 amps to run that fuel pump. Nothing real fancy, just junk parts I had laying around. And I'll give you a link in the description for all the components of this, including the little scrubby wash brush here. Now let's see this thing work. Do I have it plugged in? Yeah. Here's my little power switch. And there it goes. Nice even stream. Love this. And if I want to soak parts, got a little plug. I can fill the tank up and just let them soak for a little while. And how neat is that? There's not a whole lot of pressure coming out here, but this is not a pressure washer. It's a parts cleaner. It's what it's made to do. It's made to clean parts. All right, gang. I got about halfway through this video and I thought, why am I videotaping myself? Videotape? This isn't even tape. Why am I videoing this of me drilling a hole or putting a bolt in something? I know you're not idiots. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. There's nobody out there that's going to go, oh my God, look, he's drilling a hole. He's doing it so well. And he's putting a screw in now. Oh my God. So I'll try to stay away from a lot of crap like that. That's why I didn't put a whole lot of that in there after about halfway through the video. I don't want to kill you with that crap. It's ridiculous. But I hope that this gave you some ideas on something you could build, or you want to build this one, or if you want to build your own, or use a benchtop, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you like the video, please like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I haven't got any stickers on this thing yet. We need to put the Johnny Fix-It seal of approval. There it is. Gang, if you're not good looking, you got to be good at everything else. Let's get to work.